to always take a minute to go live. All right, we got any guests coming in?
It's India, it's early morning 5, so people must be sleeping.
Getting a little echo.
Yeah.
All right, guests coming
Maybe
in?
I'll send some of the people who are in US, I'll send them.
It's okay. It's going to be recorded, so it's okay for everybody to watch the replay.
Yeah, it's early morning actually in India, na? So everybody was saying, give us recording, give us recording. I said, okay, fine.
Okay, sounds good. All right, we're going to go ahead and get started. I think we are live. Is it already live? Okay. Are you there?
Yeah, I'm there. Yeah.
Okay. So welcome, all my beautiful queen sisters. The live is starting real soon. Well, it's pretty much has started, but I want you to tag another queen. I want you to grab your pens and paper, your notebook, because copious notes is something you definitely gonna need to take. So tonight's topic is on healing relationship without losing yourself. Okay. So welcome, queens. Drop your city and state in the comments. Drop your city and states. Let me know you're coming in. Go ahead and text. Go ahead and email. Call another queen because we are starting soon on this live. We are super excited. So we want to give you an opportunity to come on in. All right. So drop your city and state in the comments. Let us know you are here. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and play our intro. This is actually Memphis, Tennessee is in the house. This is actually a jingle that I wrote myself, and because this series is called 100 Queens Who Restart, Rebuild, and Rise. All right, so go ahead, moderator, play the intro song. Go ahead and drop your city and state in the chat. We're looking forward to hearing from you. It's called Restart, Rebuild, and Rise. Welcome those that you are coming in. I see you guys on all the major social media. So I'm super excited that you guys are here. So go ahead and click on that link and come on in. All right, because we have
created this queen, elegance, power on the scene. Restart, rebuild, rise. Restart, rebuild, rise. Restart, rebuild, rise. Watch a real queen come alive. I'm the prize. You're the prize. We're the prize. Restart, rebuild, rise. Let's go. One more time. God created this queen, elegance, power on the scene. Restart, rebuild, rise. Restart, rebuild, rise. Restart, rebuild, rise. Watch a real queen come alive. I'm the prize. You're the prize. We're the prize. Restart, rebuild, rise.
Yes. Good evening, my beautiful queen sisters, and welcome to another powerful episode of 100 Queens Who Restart, Rebuild, and Rise. I see we have T in the house from Arizona. We have Memphis, Tennessee in the house. So I'm super excited for us to get started. I am your host, Coach Samantha Hill, Miss Mississippi Corporate America, founder of The Confidence Shift. I'm an author, I'm a life coach, I'm a retired cosmetologist, and a wife, mother, and a woman who is extremely passionate about helping other women heal, rebuild, rise boldly into the new chapter of their life or even their business. Okay, so Queens, tonight conversation is for that woman who is emotionally tired. It's for that woman trying to hold everything together. It's for that woman who wants to heal, wants peace, want more confidence, want that love without losing herself in the process. And tonight but tonight this is an amazing topic. I'm just super excited about this topic. I just froze in the middle of talking because I'm super excited. Okay, so before we begin, let's do a little housekeeping because I want to make sure everything goes decent and in order. So I see that you guys are still dropping your city and states in the comment. I want you to tag another queen into this conversation. Share the live. Please, please, please share this live. Grab your notebooks because there will be gems dropped. I already know she got it going on and she's going to drop some amazing tips, okay? So please keep your comments respectful and encouraging. We will have a live Q&A at the end, and we will also have a couple of giveaways tonight. Yes. So stay into the end because you do not want to miss it. All right, let's talk a little bit about this platform. Yes, it is a pretty new platform, but this platform was created to give women a safe space to restart, rebuild, heal, grow, rise after life challenges, because life happens, correct? Yes, because sometimes women look strong publicly on the outside, but silently we are hurting. Okay, so, and we tend to, here we're going to normalize healing. We're going to normalize growth. We'll normalize because you are becoming that queen again that you always wanted to be. All right. So tonight, yes, I am super excited. We are honored to welcome a powerful relationship and mindset coach who has helped thousands of people rebuild relationships. Wow, that's important. Restore emotional connection and transform their mindset using an amazing, beautiful blend of psychology and spiritual wisdom. So for over 14 years, she has guided individuals through healing, through communication, emotional growth, and rebuilding their relationship, often even when only one partner is weak is willing to do the work or begin the work, should I say. So Queens, help me welcome our special guest tonight. Yes, this say your name again. I always say it wrong. I'm a Southern girl. Don't charge my heart, okay? But welcome, welcome, welcome. We're super excited to have you. Thank you so much for being here tonight. And I truly believe this conversation is going to be a blessing for many women. So let's go ahead and get started, okay? So before we talk about relationship, I want you to, we want to get to know you better, okay? So what made you step into this work as a relationship and mindset coach?
First of all, Samantha, thank you for having me.
You're
My
so welcome.
journey into this work, just didn't begin into a classroom. It began into my own heart. It's like the relationship and mindset coaching was always happening in my life, and I was called into it. I was married to an army officer, and from outside life, everything looked stable and beautiful. But internally, I realized something that many women after marriage silently experience. You can feel loved, and still you can feel emotionally unseen. You can have responsibilities, family, success, and everything, and still you feel a kind of disconnect inside yourself. So that season of my life where I was thinking of quitting on my marriage, that was a time where it was an awakening point in my life. I started studying human behavior because I didn't want to quit and I was feeling like quitting. So I started studying human behavior, communication, emotional patterns, neuroscience, relationship psychology, ancient wisdom, spiritual wisdom like Bhagavad Gita. So,
Mhm.
what moved me deeply was ancient wisdom and modern psychology. They both were saying the same things in a different language. They said that inner transformation changes the outer world. So, in Bhagavad Gita, it's a scripture where there is a soldier in it. He's a warrior. He's well equipped with all the talents and skills, and he's panicking on the battlefield that I won't be able to fight. I don't think I'll be able to fight. I'm not able to hold the bow and arrow. And when I read that, I realized that uh, this is happening since long. Everybody feels helpless. Like this Bhagavad Gita, it's like 5,000-year-old scripture, so it's happening since long and it's not a new thing. It's not only me who is going through it. It's time immemorial these problems are going on. And then I thought if there is a problem at the beginning of the chapter itself, beginning of the book, then there has to be some solution as well. So in
Mhm.
that book, I realized that the Lord says to Arjuna, the name of the warrior is Arjuna, and he gives a very powerful message. He says that you need to elevate your mind and not degrade your actions. And that's when it clicked me that it's all about mind. You really need to work on your mind if you're going through certain tough situations. And honestly, in Bible also it's written that a gentle answer can actually turn away the wrath. So when I read that, I felt, yes, if we regulate our nervous system and we come from a place of response rather than reacting, then this is going to change the entire equation. Then I remember that in school days we had a book of philosophy. In that there was a Greek philosopher, Epictetus. He was mentioned, and where he has said that we cannot control the external events. We can only control the response to those events. And that had changed my life during school also. And again, I remembered this because the moment a woman realizes that she still has power to transform herself and her family and her circumstances, suddenly her communication changes, her boundaries change, her energy shifts, and she stops feeling helpless. This is what happened with me as well, and I was able to save my marriage. So when I thought, oh, if I can do it with my marriage, where I'm feeling extremely helpless, and still I can rise and I can lead the relationship, I can have all the good things that I want in my life, then I can help others also. So that was the beginning and awakening call where I started relationship and mindset coaching.
Wow. 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 That was very well said. So, look, guys, in the comments, if you're getting value, drop a heart in the comments because that was very powerful. And I love the way you use yourself as example and shared that what they call it like that zero to hero. You've been there, you've done that, and you have found out how to help other relationships to grow. So, one of the things that really stood out to me is that you help people build relationships even when only one person is willing to work on it. That is super powerful, but it's like, how is that even possible?
We witness this in daily life also, Samantha. In organizations, when you see a team is falling apart, who do you work
Mhm.
on? Do you work on team or do you work on the leader?
You-
We work on the
Uh,
leader, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. I agree. I
Exactly.
agree.
Yeah, so universally, everybody knows the truth that a leader needs to be worked upon. If a woman realizes that she's the leader of the family, she's the main pillar of the family, she's the holding glue. If she realizes that she has that power, then her transformation can bring the changes in the entire family. I always tell women that relationships are like systems. When one part of the system changes consistently, the entire dynamic begins to shift. So, you consider there is a chariot. A chariot has two wheels in it. And if the one wheel is broken, the another wheel cannot really work on itself, you know. Suppose one wheel is broken 50%, another wheel has gone down to like being only 20% healthy. Will the chariot be running smoothly? No, right?
Mhm.
So in relationship, a husband is a 50% part of the relationship. Wife is 50% part of the relationship. You take responsibility of your 50% part and make sure that it is the healthy wheel of the chariot. You don't
Mhm.
be under the broken condition. Most people, what happen, they think that love changes the relationships. But actually, it's the patterns. When one person becomes emotionally regulated, you consider it's just like a wheel. Okay, this wheel is broken and this wheel is little broken, this is also broken. But one person is becoming emotionally regulated, becoming less reactive. That person is stopping chasing and it starts communicating with calm clarity. If a wife heals her wounds, resentment, fears, emotional dependencies, then the entire energy of relationship changes. There's a simple concept in Bhagavad Gita, which even everybody would relate to, you know, where Krishna says that when you stay centered emotionally, even in happiness and distress, it is called as sthita pragyata. You are steady in happiness and distress, in chaos as well as in calmness. Then imagine if you are calm, you show up as a calm person, your self respect is not compromised, you are not coming from a place of fear or emotional abandonment fears, then it changes the entire conversation. And such lady is the most attractive lady who comes from a calm and composed place. It changes the entire trust dynamics of the relationship. And
Yes.
neuroscience also supports it. Humans are an emotionally co-regulated animals. So one nervous system influences another nervous system. You can see that even if somebody has a pet dog, his nervous system will shift the moment the pet owner's nervous system is responding in certain manner. Same happens when mother is having a certain system, children are just mirroring it. And same philosophy applies to husband-wife relationship. I often give this example, you know, if two people are dancing and one person changes the rhythm, the other person cannot continue the same dance forever, you know. Even the
Right.
Bible reflects this beautifully, you know. Bible, it said that do not be overcome by evil, but overcome evil with good. In Bible it is very clearly said that good overcomes the evil. So if there is an evil in marriage and one person starts becoming the person
Mhm.
who is showing up from a place of kindness, compassion, understanding, lot of self-respect, lot of self-esteem, and he knows what he wants and he knows from which place he is coming, and at the
Mhm.
same time he understands from what place the partner is coming also.
Yes.
Immediately he rises in leadership position and they start leading the relationship into the light rather than by default taking the relationship down south.
Right. I love that answer. That makes a whole lot of sense. That really
Yeah.
does. Okay. So I know that right there, just that right there helps somebody just breathe a little better, knowing that is hope. Okay.
Yeah.
So what would you say to the woman who is feeling like I'm just tired and I'm tired of being the only one who is trying?
I would first tell her that your exhaustion is valid. You are
Okay.
allowed to be tired.
Mhm.
Many women are not tired because they love too much. They are tired because they're loving without any emotional support, clarity, or boundaries and reciprocity. They're neglected, they're ignored, and more so ever, apart from the external circumstances. Women are, I see, witness every day. They are more tired because of overthinking, overanalysis, and indecisiveness. They're constantly hopping between this decision whether I should be in the relationship or whether I should be quitting the relationship. You know, and independent women normally don't need anything more than just wanting their partner to be present besides them.
That's
They are
true.
not really expecting too much from him. And when they are constantly thinking, they are pondering over this question, Why did this happen to me? Why me? Why I chose this partner so carefully, and still why these things happened? I never thought that he would cheat on me. I never thought that he would abuse me. This relationship started on such a great manner. We had a great dating period, and after marriage suddenly everything changed. So they are not tired because of the current relationship system that they are going through. They're tired because they're going back and thinking what went wrong, what went wrong. And constantly, when they are replaying the same things in their mind, that is
Mhm.
making them tired. So sometimes women believe that if they sacrifice in the relationship is going to be okay. But self-abandonment is not the answer. In Bhagavad Gita, when Arjuna was emotionally overwhelmed on battlefield, Krishna did not shame him for feeling exhausted. He guided him back to clarity. Yeah, he helped him identify his identity in second chapter itself. And
Yeah.
then he grounded his actions. So a feminine wisdom needs to come from that place, not from self-abandonment. If you're really feeling tired, I would like to tell you that in Bible it's mentioned love your neighbor as yourself. We remember the first part, we forget the last part. The last part says, love yourself. So have some healthy love towards yourself. Show some kindness and compassion and work on yourself rather than exhausting yourself in the relationship.
Yeah,
In
I
Greek
agree with
philosophy,
that.
it is said that know thyself. Know thyself is what? Unless you discover who you are, you cannot lead any number of people. So once you know who you are on ground, then you stop feeling feared. You don't ask questions like, what do I do? What do I do now? Why am I so abundant? Why am I so neglected? What kind of love is this? What kind of marriage is this? You actually start operating from a set of values. You can
Mhm.
fight for your marriage only if you can fight for yourself. So you have to be compassionate. And you can be compassionate towards your family. I know ladies who are struggling in the relationship. They are in marriage only because of children. They want the children to be healthy. They want the future of children to be good.
Right.
And there are many ladies who are choosing marriage only for the sake of children. But you can be compassionate to your children without becoming emotionally invisible. You can give that 1 hour to yourself and work on yourself. You don't need much time. You know, women have been walking in and out of my office. They're successful doctors, they're successful scientists, entrepreneurs, and I've seen them that they have achieved everything in their life, and yet their marriage is falling apart. Internally, they are also falling apart. Now, if the leader of the family falls apart, how can a marriage be saved? And if marriage is not saved, you yourself are feeling not good about your achievements. You have stopped taking pride in your own achievements. So, definitely, this is not helping. Over exhaustion. You need to work on yourself, and the goal is not to become cold or indifferent to your partner. The goal is to become emotionally stable, whole, and come from a place of lot of love and faith so that you can save your family from falling apart.
Yes, yes, yes. I love that. Yes, that is so true. And that really means a lot because you just have to really balance it, I guess you can say,
Yeah.
and have that kindness. That is, you have to respond to your partner in the right manner and be the until they can lead like they're supposed to. All right. So I like that. Um, I really do because I feel like um many women kind of lose themselves silently. Okay. I like the way you blend psychology with that spiritual wisdom. So, how do you help women know the difference between fighting for love or in or losing themselves? Does that make sense?
Yeah. You know, that distinction is everything, Samantha. You got to understand whether you're really fighting for love, you are staying in relationship for love, or you're losing yourself in the relationship. Fighting for love, love is a pure emotion. Love itself, the word itself gives you nice butterflies in your heart and you feel
Uh-huh.
great.
It
So
does.
when you're fighting for love, it makes you stronger, it makes you wiser,
Mhm.
it makes you believe that yes, I can work out on this marriage by working on myself. I can find some solution. So when you're fighting for love, you come from a solution oriented point of view. You
Mhm.
don't come from a place of lot of holding pain, grudges, and
Mhm.
blame and complaints, you know. So you're
Right.
more wiser, you're more peaceful, you're more emotionally mature, and losing yourself will just make you anxious, fearful, emotionally dependent on your partner. He's not doing this, he's not doing that. I am not able to be happy because he's doing XYZ thing. So you will feel disconnected from yourself also, and you will
Right.
feel disconnected from your partner also, and you
Partner.
will not like the kind of person that you're becoming in this entire equation. So many women, they run away from the relationship just because they don't like the version they had become in this relationship. When you come from a point of love, it expands you. When you come from a point of losing yourself, it erases you completely. Psychology helps us understand this very nicely, you know. It helps us
Yeah.
understand trauma responses. Then it helps us understand our communication patterns. We can be also abusive, we can be also violent. It helps us understand nervous system regulation, that the moment you are not saying anything, you're just silent, but inside you're boiling with lot of violence and lot of regrets and grudges, then
Mhm.
that is going to transfer no matter whether you take action on that thing or not, whether you are really verbalizing it or not, that is going to transfer subconsciously to your partner. So spiritual wisdom here, it helps us to go beyond our fears also. Psychology can help us regulate our system. Spiritual wisdom is which tells us go in this direction or go in that direction. In Bhagavad
Right.
Gita, you know, a lot of things has been spoken about detachment, detachment. But detachment is not me. It doesn't mean that you stop caring for your family. It
That's
just
true.
means that you function from an inner stability and without getting affected by external circumstances. That concept is incredibly important for a modern woman to understand. Don't become cold, become inertly become stable, and don't get affected by external circumstances, especially high achieving women, I would say. They need to come from that place because their profession also gets affected. They can show up as a better leaders in their organizations if they can show up as a better leader at home. You can deeply love your partner, and at the same time you can love your purpose in life also. You can work on your emotional balance also.
Yeah. Yeah. It is all
Rightly
about
said.
balance.
Yeah,
Huh?
see, in Bible also, it said that guard your heart, right? So Bible
Yeah.
knows what to guide your heart. Guard your heart is what you guard your heart from, you give them your heart an emotional protection. And giving emotional protection to your heart is not selfishness. It is wisdom. You are
Yeah.
going to go more closer to the Lord by guarding your heart from external miseries. It's
Yes.
not obsession, and you don't need to suppress also. Psychology says don't suppress. Spiritual wisdom says don't get obsessed. Be balanced. So I
Be back.
normally ask women this question when they come to my sessions or when they come on the first call. I ask them, are you choosing your relationship from love, or are you choosing your partner out of fear? Do you think you're growing or do you think you're shrinking? And then they start communicating from a place of truth. I also
Yeah.
ask them, do you often respond to your partner from a fear of abandonment anxiety? And do you remember your values uh, when you are in conflict? Are you able to recall your values at least? So when they give me these answers that no, I'm always coming, I'm always scared that he'll leave me. He has found this another woman outside marriage. I'm always scared that he'll leave me or maybe he'll
Mhm.
divorce me. So and then I forget everything that I've learned and I start giving it back. So healthy relationship should not be costing your original identity. When I
Mm.
say transform yourself, I never say that you become a different person for your family. I just say go back to your original self, the person that you were before this entire chaos started. You go back to that original happy self peaceful self. And from there, you take a decision whether you want to be in the relationship or whether you want to exit the relationship.
Right, right. And I think those are some great questions that you are asking because it's going to help her acknowledge,
Yeah.
be aware of where her mind really is, where it should be, and not just making decisions, like you said, because of the kids and, the children and different things like that. So I think that awareness, those questions bring a lot of awareness. And I really, really, really like that. So, guys, I want y'all to put fire emojis in the chat because I mean, she is on fire today. I mean, these are some serious topics, okay? They are very, very, very serious, but the way she describes it about the kindness, about the balancing everything and acknowledging what you need to acknowledge to make the right decision of what you really want to do and where you really want to be. I love that. So make sure you put some fire emojis in the chat. So another question I have for you, um, what would you say to our beautiful queen sisters that are watching right now that feel like their love, their marriage, or trust is too broken to rebuild?
I would just like to tell them that I really understand from what point you come from.
Mm-hmm.
I know what all things you must have tried. You must have sat him down. You must have spoken to him in a very calm manner. You must have thought that he'll understand, he'll understand.
Mm-hmm.
But none of these things are working. You must have tried talking to your friends and relatives. You must have tried therapy also. You must have tried counseling, marriage counseling also. And if all these things are not working, then it's very natural for you to feel that of hopelessness is there in life. And you also feel that you're losing yourself in the relationship. So I'd like
Yeah,
to tell these women who are really tired.
kind of froze. You froze on me. But she's froze on me. I don't know if it's the same way on everybody else's end, but this is some powerful conversation. I am loving each and every moment of it because we do want our marriages to work. And sometimes we have to question ourselves. We have to listen to those questions that she is asking. I think that's very powerful. She asks the right questions to help you to make the right decision and not just guiding and telling you exactly what to do. So I really love this conversation. Uh she's went all the way out. Yes, that's a very, very, very powerful conversation. I'm sure she'll be back in. So I'm just gonna kind of reflect on the things that she has said. Okay, so she's talking about all the healing, how to heal, how to rebuild, how to rise again, how to make the right decision, how to look at the whole picture as a whole, how to be kind and present, okay? And because sometimes when we go back and forth in anger, that makes the situation even worse. So somebody has to be kind, and hopefully you can get past the brokenness, and you have to reflect on your current situation. Okay, you have to reflect on what's going on in your life so you can make the right decisions. I just love those questions. Y'all put some hearts in the chat if y'all love, love, love the things that she was saying. I'm really hoping that she comes back because I am loving the conversation. I am loving her tips and that way she handles everything. And she talked with such kindness. Don't she talk with such kindness, and I love that. So I know she's helping many, many, many relationships. And when we talk about relationship, it's not always just a relationship as far as marriage. It can be a relationship with your family members. It can be a relationship situation with friends, different things. And sometimes it's all about your surroundings. It's about your environment. So you want to check these things. You know, if you're trying to have a marriage or a relationship and you're around the wrong type of people that are, you know, they might be jealous, they might just be envious, and they're trying to want you to be in the same situation they are. So you have to decide for yourself, you know, are you surrounding yourself with the right people? Are you in the right environment? So this is some beautiful, beautiful, beautiful conversation that was going on before she got knocked off. So I wanted to go into Q&A, but if y'all have any questions, go ahead and put them in the chat or go ahead and raise your hand. I'm sure she'll be back soon. I don't know what happened. It could be internet situations, some technical difficulties, but y'all let me know if you can hear me. Okay, in the chat. Let me know if everything is okay. Okay, so now it looks like she's coming back in. I see her trying to come back in now. I'm super excited to hear more. Okay, so you hear me fine. That is good. All right, so let's
I'm so sorry, I got disconnected.
there you go. There you go, girl. So I was kind of doing reflecting back on some of the stuff that you said that was really powerful. And I wanted to see if anybody had any questions. And I love the way you talk about you know, what part of us that needs to be healed, how do we heal, what part of us, you know, we need to rebuild, how do we balance everything, how do we show kindness, and how do we you know, even though we feel like it's broken, that you can rebuild it. And the
Yeah.
different tips that you gave was totally amazing. Is there anything else that you wanted to share with all the queens today?
Well, I wanted to say that broken doesn't always mean that everything is finished. Sometimes it can mean that it's a beginning, it's a new
Yeah,
beginning. You can
new
start
beginning.
over, you can build yourself up, and you can
Right.
definitely win over. You just need to realize that inner strength, you need to work on your inner strength and stability. Once you have that inner strength and stability, you'll see that
Mhm.
life is really beautiful. You can build a beautiful life. You can have all the things in life. You can have a great partner,
Yeah.
children. You can have a beautiful family life as well as career life. So, love can never be a reason for you to bog down. Love should be a reason where you rise instead of falling down.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
Well said. Beautiful, beautiful. I love that. Girl, you are just totally amazing. Okay. And so I feel like tonight is not just about relationship with other people. It's all about the relationship that we have with ourselves. And that is what I'm getting out of the whole situation. Yes, I am married, and I do know the work behind being married. You know, you both can't be on a high note and exploding at each other. Somebody has to be calm, somebody has to get the relationship back in line. Okay. So if you guys have any questions about relationships, about healing, about confidence, communication, mindset, um, emotional growth, I want you to go ahead and put those questions in the comment. All right. Put those questions in the comment, or you can actually raise your hand. And I want to make sure that you're able to share all the tips that are on your mind, because I'm okay with hearing more. Okay. Because I love it. You gave some amazing tips and it's helped me. You know, it helps me to the point where I'm going to implement some of these, you know, things into my marriage. Okay. Because I mean, sometimes we are off balance. Nobody is like totally in love all the time. So it has to be about more than love. All right.
Yeah.
I love that. So if you want to share anything else, go ahead and, you know, do that at this moment. Did you have anything else you wanted to share before we go?
No, as of now, no.
Okay. All right. Sounds good. Because I mean, girl, you got me excited and I just want to hear more and more and more. Okay.
You want to hear more? I can go on.
Okay. Yeah, I'm sure you can. You know, I might need to get in your master class. So I want I want my moderator to actually drop your link in the chat if you can. If you can't, I have it. Are you able to drop that in the chat?
Shall I drop it?
Okay, he got it. All right. So
Okay, I'm gonna drop.
she also has a free giveaway that she wanted to give, a free consultation. So they can reach you on your social media to check into or see if they can get a free consultation. How do you want to handle that today? Okay, so are you giving away the consultation today? We have Miss T in here. We're gonna give her a free consultation. Okay, how about that? How does that sound?
Yeah.
Okay, sounds good.
Let's do it.
Also, I want to give away a copy of my Shift Your Confidence. I'm trying to see if y'all can see it or not. You can't see it. It's my book. I want to give away a free copy of that to Miss T as well for coming on and showing us some love. I love that. I know a lot of people are going to be watching the replays because I always get that. I always get, oh, I watched the replay and that was such an amazing topic. And I know this is an amazing topic. So what you can do is put your information, T, put it in private messenger. To the moderator. It says Brian and Samantha Hill. So send a private message there, your address and everything, your information. And we would definitely get my book to you and make sure you get your free consultation. All right. Sounds amazing. Okay, so look, our guest contact information. So we already put that in the chat, how you can get in touch with her, how you can go to her website. Okay, so y'all make sure y'all support her in every way that you can. All right. So if you have a powerful story or a business that all about restarting, rebuilding, healing, confidence, and transformation, I would love to feature you here on this platform. Okay, so you would just simply go to shiftyourconfidence.com. Put that in the chat also for me, shiftyourconfidence.com, and fill out that guest intake form, all right? Because your story could help another woman heal, grow, and rise, or just simply restart. And this here, okay, has been such a powerful story. All right. And tonight, Queens, I want us to remember that healing does not mean losing yourself. She has made that very clear. You can love deeply with still respecting yourself. You can build while still protecting your peace. All right. She gave us a lot of tips, and I love that how she talked about how you can heal without shrinking who you are. That's a very powerful word, shrinking who you are. So I want to thank you again to our special guest tonight for pouring into us so beautifully. And thank you, Queens, for showing up for yourself tonight. So y'all make sure y'all follow, subscribe, share this conversation with other queens. We will be you will be able to see everything on YouTube. It is being recorded. And hey, go and check it out. And it's going to be on Coach Samantha, the Confidence Shift. All right. So, Until next time, restart, rebuild, and rise.
Thank you. Thank you, Samantha.
Created this queen, elegance, power
Welcome.
on the scene. Restart, rebuild, rise. Restart, rebuild, rise. Restart, rebuild, rise. Watch a real queen come alive. I'm the prize.
Yes, you're the prize. You're the prize.
Restart,
Start.
let's go. One more time. God created this queen, elegance, power on the scene. Restart, rebuild, rise. Restart, rebuild, rise. Restart, rebuild, rise. Watch a real queen come alive. I'm the prize. You're the prize. We're the prize. Restart, rebuild, rise.
Thank you, everybody. Y'all have a blessed and amazing day on